While oftentimes a mayor is the face of a city, it is the city administrator who runs the day-to-day operations of a municipality. In Lexington, it is a time of transition as longtime city employee Dot Heifert has retired and the council has hired a new city administrator. Here's Ben with more.
When Dot Heifert announced that she would be retiring as the city administrator for the city of Lexington, many wondered what the city would look like without a person that has served at City Hall in some capacity for the last 30 years. After hours of interviews with potential candidates, the City Council decided to offer the city's top job to Bill Petracek. Petracek has been on the job now for a few weeks, and even though Lexington is a rather small community, there has still been a wealth of information thrown his way as he has assumed his new role.
Information overload. You spend a lot of the first few months just getting to know people, people that you are going to be working with and solving problems for your community with. And so when you're getting to know people, trying to remember names, things like that, as well as gathering information about the city and the day-to-day operations that I have oversight of.
Petracek previously spent 9 years as the city administrator in Fox Lake, Wisconsin, and was thrilled to have the opportunity to move back to his home state of Minnesota. Petracek sees himself as a problem solver and is ready to dig in and help Lexington become an even better community.
When I came in for the interview process, my first impression as a city administrator is the property maintenance side of it. I think there's some things that we can do to clean up the community, and I think as working with the city council, those are things that will be, to me, a high priority of working with them on. And so that's my first impression right off the bat. They're financially stable overall, and so that's a good thing to come into, and my goal is to keep them financially stable.
Lexington does not have space for much new development, but Petracek feels that there are still ways to keep the city fresh moving forward.
The fact that it is a community that's landlocked, for a community like this to continue to thrive, you're going to work on redevelopment type projects, and you hope that we can attract developers into the community that can see the value of this community and its location with Blaine and Circle Pines and Shoreview and all the surrounding communities, and see that there's possibilities for development. And I think that's how a community stays relevant, is with these kind of parameters, is through redevelopment and constantly rebuilding the community and making it a better community.
He knows that the role of the city administrator is difficult at times, but after working in this field for many years, he feels that this type of work is what he is best suited for.
I don't believe that people are actually necessarily always choose city management. I think the profession really chooses them. I think the profession chose me, because I really didn't even know what a city manager was until I was hired by one. And it just seemed like it was a natural progression along my career path. It's not an easy job. It's an extremely difficult job. You have to try to balance elected officials' wants, staff wants, citizens' wants, and you're kind of always in the middle.
Over the last year, much has been made of the relationship in Lexington between some on the city council and the city staff. The relationship became so acrimonious that city council members were banned from visiting City Hall during normal business hours. Petracek feels that he is a skilled mediator and hopes that he can forge a solid working relationship between the staff and the council.
Coming in, you have to sort of humble yourself. You're the liaison between the staff and the council and really the community, and so you have to, I think one of my strong traits is being able to mediate. Sometimes I'm successful, sometimes I'm not. When you're working with different parties, it creates some challenges, but I'm hoping that I'm good at developing relationships with people in general, and so we'll see how it goes going forward.
For North Metro TV News, Ben Hale reporting.
Adding another layer to Bill's transition to his new role was his move across state lines. Now, Bill is settled in Minnesota and, as you saw, excited for his new role in Lexington.